my life, I didn't know anybody with cancer. I'd heard of the word. I knew what it was, but I can't remember knowing anybody. Now, who doesn't know somebody with cancer in the world? Raise your hand. You all know somebody, don't you? Who in here has never had a family member? I'm talking about your mommy, your daddy, your sister, your brother, your grandma, your grandpa. Who's never had a family member with cancer? Well, you have.
I have.
Yeah. Papa's already had 2 melanomas taken off. Yeah. Anybody? You see what I'm talking about? It hits home very closely now. Well, I'm just going to tell you what I think. I think cancer is absolutely demonic. I saw this, I wish I could remember where I read it. I read this doctor who was amazed when he looked at an x-ray of a cancer in somebody's body. I almost think it was a bone cancer in the hip. That rings a bell. But when that doctor looked at the x-ray, he absolutely saw a demonic face looking back at him, and it stunned him. This was in some healing teacher's book. I can't remember whose it was. Now, are you saying that I say the person that's got cancer is possessed of the devil? No. For goodness sakes, no. All kinds of Christians, good, godly people, have died and gone on to heaven of cancer. We're not saying at all somebody with cancer is possessed of the devil. But I'm telling you that demonic things can try to get into your flesh, never your spirit. If you are truly born again, no demon in hell can get into your spirit. But devils can affect you in the soul realm and also in the bodily realm. Now, I've been thinking a lot, and I'm not going to get into this because we're doing a different lesson tonight, but we were talking the other day at lunch about even things such as how we eat. You know, I heard somebody say recently, the church has made diet a god. They suddenly made how they eat a god. Well, okay, well maybe some have, but don't throw that out. And you say, are you telling me that my healing depends on what I eat? No, I'm not. I'm telling you that I believe somebody with enough faith probably could eat what they wanted, and if they had enough faith, could overcome that. Here's the problem. I don't want to spend all my life having to have faith for me. Like constant disease coming against me, and I have faith and get healed, and I have faith and get healed, and I have faith and get healed. And if we turn our bodies into a cesspool through the filth that we eat, we're going to have demonic things be able to attack us more easily. It's a biblical principle that angels are drawn to the praises of God and the prayers of God's people. Angels are drawn to those. Well, the converse of that is that demons are drawn to filthy things. All you got to do is go into a house of prostitution, or I hadn't been in one, but I would assume it's there. And I one time went into a town in Colorado that was just full of New Age stuff and witchcraft, and walked into all the stores, and you could feel the demonic things in all those stores, because demons are attracted to filth, just like angels are attracted to the purity of praise and worship. So it's the same thing with our bodies. Somebody says, well, how is it that what I eat can make me stay sick? Because we open up our bodies. If all we put into our bodies was junk, our bodies would become filthy in a lot of its systems, and demons are attracted to that. Sickness can get in that and act up in that. So even though I believe that people go too far one way or the other, oh, it doesn't matter what you eat, or yes, it matters everything you eat, I believe God's way is that we be good stewards of our body so we don't have a filthy system, so that demons are continually attracted to the filthiness in our bodies, so that I have to spend my whole life praying about myself. You know, constantly. I can't intercede with Belinda the way I need to, or Elijah the way I need, because I'm constantly having to overcome something myself. Does that make sense? That's a way that diet can play a role. So I do encourage us all to be conscious of the stewardship of our bodies.